Episode 8, Doing Business with Jose. I help Jose handle his business. That's what I do. Lots of us do that. Help with Jose's business, that is. Now, according to Jose, ever so often, we all gonna get our toy taken away. Sometimes we respond poorly, like a dog upset over losing his bone. Jose says we just have to go on, go after another toy. Could be the old toy already lost its shine. Could be the next toy will be even better. That's what Jose says. That's what Jose says about toys. Now, Jose preaches plenty about leadership. He says leadership starts when you first step in a hole. You step out of it. Stop digging the hole deeper. Otherwise, you start digging up pheasants. And Jose disdains pheasants, something fierce. He says you have to recognize impediments. Uncover them ruts immediately. So, step out of the hole before you fall further in. He says leadership also comes down to knowing where you're going. Because if you don't know where you're going, any road gets you there being nowhere. Jose says that's like barking up a tree with no squirrels, or like when failing a math test, blaming the pencil. Then 2, leadership involves sometimes doing what you don't like and what you aren't particularly good at. But knowing where you're going and holding steady with that keeps you willing and moving forward. And that sustains leadership. That's what Jose says. That's what Jose says about leadership. Now, Clyde taught Jose about the importance of standing up for yourself. Moreover, he stressed the importance of standing up to yourself. He says, have that in mind, standing up to yourself when giving yourself a checkup from the neck up. That right there is self-leadership. Clyde would ask Jose, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Clyde wanted to know if Jose saw character. Did he see someone he wanted to work with, get to know, that he could trust? When I look in the mirror sometimes, I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Jose told me that's okay. That at certain times or with certain events, more will be revealed or unraveled. Now, Clyde believed where we come from is who we are, but we choose every day what we are becoming. Point being, according to Clyde, is making better versions of ourselves. And best we get a move on before there's more out the rearview mirror in life than the front windshield. Clyde also said if he had 6 hours to chop down a tree, he'd spend the first 4 sharpening his axe. That's what Clyde said about all that. Well, here lately, Jose and Avon set out to help a couple of Hollywood types with something called a fiduciary crisis. Seems somebody ain't been getting their good news on time. We get our good news twice every month. We plan our participation in the finer pursuits in accordance with that. Avon is especially known for picking his spots. Then 2, Avon feels it best we parse out our words. That way nobody gets confused and we don't create any pheasants, which for Avon in particular interferes with getting the work done. Funny thing though, Avon don't ever say much, But sometimes when he laughs, you'd have thought somebody started up a holly. Now, Jose has a particular ability to calm people down, get them thinking straight again. Goodness knows those Hollywood types need a heap of that, especially with how they like to go on about themselves. One time, some famous or another actress kept prattling on about herself, about to bore us to death. Finally, she took a breath. We sure were grateful for that, especially Avon. But then she said, "Enough about me. What did you think of my last movie?" Well, that remark done set everybody's eyes to rolling. Now, Jose says if you want to keep it simple, here's what it takes for life to really bloom. One is doing something meaningful. Then there's having something to look forward to. And then there's having other people to love. Further, he says it's best to bloom where you plant it. That if you're doing well, any place is a good place to live. That's what he says. That's what Jose says about blooming. One time he mentioned about having integrity. Then he demonstrated it. Still doing it. That sort of thing starts to accumulate after a while. We'll all be following in Jose's footsteps for a long, long time.